thing about this is trying not to get your reflection in the window. Oh, the thing that you notice here is how slippery the ground is. Holy mackerel. So I'm on my way to London, and one of my favorite things to do in London is to go and take photos. Since the iPhone shoots raw images and it has 3 lenses, I think I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see what sort of photos I can get in London. First step, we've got to take the train. It is actually the next day. I didn't take any photos the first day. It's a lot colder, so first step is to get a coffee. It's unfortunately not quite as sunny today, but cloudy means flat light, which means kind of a more even light with less harsh shadows. So maybe we can make something out of that. It is still bloody cold. I'm gonna put on my jacket. One thing about England, always be prepared. So the first thing that most people don't do whenever they're taking photos on their phone is make sure that the lenses are clean. So I really like this composition here. I think it would be really cool if someone walking down these steps. Oh, here we go. Cool. It looks like we're near the Waterloo Bridge, and Parliament is up this way. Houses of Parliament is up this way. What many people don't realise is that you can actually turn your phone upside down and get decent shots. So, typical England, doesn't take very long for it to start raining, and it is pissing it down now. Hopefully it's going to blow over. I think these clouds are moving really quickly. Ever get... Oh, that was close. So the rain can actually make it kind of cool to take photos because you get all these amazing reflections off the pavement. And that's also why in movies in the city, before they shoot, they'll spray down the road so that all the reflections really look quite rich, and it gives a lot of depth to the whatever they're shooting. The cool thing about this app is that you can change the shutter speed, and I've set it down to 1/20th of a second, and I'm going to try and match the speed of anybody walking or the vehicles, and hopefully we'll be able to get the background blurry. Just try and match the speed, and let's see. Oh, looks cool, huh? This is cool. I love taking photos of windows. Window into a whole nother world, you know? Oh, that's cool. So one of the clear limitations of the iPhone is the sensor size and the amount of megapixels it has. At 12 megapixels, you don't really have much room to crop into that image and make it still look decent. So you're kind of limited to the focal length of your lenses. But once you get beyond that, anytime you zoom in, you're really killing some of the quality. As opposed to something like a mirrorless camera, which will have like 20 to 40 megapixels, even more sometimes. You're not just limited to the range in which your lens will reach. You can shoot on a 50mm lens and then crop in quite a bit more and still get a decent image that would work well on an iPhone. When you're already shooting on a 12 megapixel sensor, anything you zoom into is going to reduce the quality. So I'm curious to see if I can pull out some good crops from the shots that I took on the iPhone. Looks like a good old pub. Let's get a pint and edit some of these photos. So that was a good little pit stop because I got to see how much I can push these images from the iPhone, and it actually seems like I can push them further than I first thought. It's completely changed the way I had initially thought about doing photography and street photography. I have to say, I didn't have much faith in getting decent images. I always thought of my phone images as kind of throwaway images that I just take snapshots of the day-to-day things that are going on. But it is proving to be a tool that actually I can use to make images that I might want to print or put into a coffee table book or something like that. And the other thing is the minimalist aspect of it. To go with just a phone and maybe an iPad, or wander around without all the bulky lenses and all the batteries and all the memory cards and stuff like that, is quite liberating actually. And it feels like it's given me quite a bit more freedom. So I think that I'm going to stick with the iPhone more often and try out using my phone in different locations.